Hey, hello everybody. I'm back for a second time successfully. What is this? A new record? I'm sorry. I kind of got to make fun of myself considering that it's been me who's been failing to keep to anything for like the past 6 months. But hey, 2 streams in a week. Wow. Am I actually back? Yes? Question mark. Anyway, hey everybody, how are we all going? Welcome to the stream. Juicy Bites Gaming, Kevin, Burgerborn, Frost Sniper, and that's it so far. Man, really hits home to how dead this channel currently sits, isn't it? Not that I mind, it's kind of expected if I'm completely honest. Like, oh man, was I expecting to come back to have immediately 10, 20 viewers consistently? No, of course not. Of course that wasn't going to be the case. I've got to rebuild a little bit here. I'm not just going to immediately get back what I had before I dropped off the face of the earth for not even half a year. I think I've dropped off consistency in late March, came back for like a month or two in late May, June/July, and then dropped off again. Like, no duh, everything's very dead, and that's fine. Funny thing, something that I've realized I missed is over the past not even a week since I've been back, I've already noticed like multiple comments commenting about my weight, and I ain't gonna lie, it's kind of funny. And to those people, yes, I am working on that. There's a lot on my plate. Last year there was a lot of things I had to fix, and unfortunately my weight wasn't the top on that list. It kind of is this year though, so hopefully that goes well. Anyway, you're here for Origins, so welcome back to the top 10 Origins of December. Well, here's the other 6, because I only did 4 last stream because the symbiote took like 40, 50 minutes of me to run through because it was a little complicated, but hey. Imagine being so insensitive that you comment about someone's weight. Hey, it's the internet, man. It's people like that. I've just grown used to it because I've been doing this for such a long time. Like, I've had my face on the internet for years at this point, and I've had these comments for a majority of that time, so it's something that's just like, meh. Anyhow, let's get back into them, right? Oh yeah, by the way, when it grabs Minecraft from my top screen, come on OBS, you know you wanna, there we are. This time we've got shaders. Whoa, I actually get shaders this time around because like last time it was that the Fabric Create mod didn't quite function with the version of sodium I had and various other things. Basically, it's its own problem. We're not going to worry too much about it because, quite frankly, oh no, I didn't have shaders for like 4 videos or for a stream. So, yeah. Create rarely works as intended. Hey, I simply had it simply because an Origin needed Create to be a part of it, so yeah, I grabbed it. Anyhow, let's get into the Origins, eh? Let's get through these a lot quicker than last time. Maybe I can cram 6 Origins into like 2 hours. I believe I can, because I think 2 of these Origins are kind of small. It's neither here or there, though. So, we don't care about the aspects. That's another stream coming up after this one. Bum bum ba da da da. What do we want? There we are. You ready? Here we've got the Lemiscate Origin, created by the Discord user known as RayMillion or Milyom. I don't know. It's got an M instead of an N at the back, so. Anyway, it's a 2-impact Origin, the concept of infinity in its physical essence, both the unstoppable force and the immovable object. Oh god, I already love where this is beginning based upon that description. This is gonna be great. Also, I was going to change my FOV and I just hit save and quit. I am absolutely doing amazing today. Let's do that now. Muscle memory. Anyway. So. First ability, Unstoppable Force. Throw yourself in the direction you're looking with infinite impulse, destroying any solid obstacles and flinging away entities while dealing moderate damage to them. This is your primary ability, activated with G by default. Let's just flick to survival mode here. If we just... What? So it doesn't... I think... Maybe I have to be moving for that ability to work. Because I pressed it and nothing happened. Let's wait for that cooldown to flicker back. It's not that long. It's going to be a handful of seconds. So if we just patiently wait out them seconds. Okay, and then if I... Huh? Okay, I'm just going to... Let me sit for here. That doesn't seem right. Well, I think I realized my problem here is apparently this origin requires a little mod called 𝓵𝓲𝓷𝓴𝓼, and I don't believe I have it. How did I miss this? Like, what is it? I'm pretty sure it should be in the... Yeah, literally bold text on the thread, and it's just like, whoop, over the head, completely missed it. Ah, God. 𝓵𝓲𝓷𝓴𝓼. Install it. Pretty sure it's a velocity thing. I don't know if 𝓵𝓲𝓷𝓴𝓼 modifies that, though. Well, we'll find out in a moment. But, I mean, this could literally explain, like, some issues. Okay, yeah, it looks like it's someone who... Yeah, someone had the same issue as me, where the unstoppable force wouldn't function. And it was literally, they didn't have 𝓵𝓲𝓷𝓴𝓼. So, hopefully this works. Now we have to wait for Minecraft to restart. We're already starting off amazing. Giant water bottle, anyone? I think putting that down shook the camera. Even though the camera's on a stand up the back somewhere. Which is one thing, I do intend to get a wider lens for those who are query on the how my head's almost out of frame. It's whatever. Wish I had a giant water bottle. Anyway. We are back. Now to wait for OBS to acknowledge that we're back. Come on, OBS, you have one job. There you are. You did your job. Congrats. Yep, there we are. Yep, we definitely were having issues because I was missing the one thing. Why do I get... Wait. There are wheat seeds now instead of seeds? I don't know how to feel about this information. Can you tell how long it's been since I've played actual Minecraft? And I just realized a funny problem. Because I didn't flick this to the right screen, it's now, full screen off. Flick this up here. And then full screen on. Now you should be able to see the entire thing instead of just like an edge being somewhere. That should be better. So now we've got a 𝓵𝓲𝓷𝓴𝓼 spawn. If we press G, yep, you get a nice big impulse into the air. If we go and let's do a bright orange not wool. We want solid concrete. Even though they're the same thing, basically. They're both blocks. This just feels like more funnier to me. I'm going to run through solid concrete. Just destroys the wall. It's like I'm Kool-Aid Man. And I only know who Kool-Aid Man is purely because of the memes. Does it work with bedrock? We'll find out in a moment. You know... is replay mod on? It should be. There it is. Start recording. I just have to get this shot because it's hilarious. Okay. Cool. Perfect. We're going to find saving replay file. Done. Cool. I want this. This is too good. If we shrink the FOV so we only see that. Oh, yeah. This is funny. I just appear through the wall. Anyway. Stupid shenanigans aside, let's get back into it. I just had to do it. Anyway, so this is a very fun ability. Just the simple act of I thought it was going to be like you just you just go through the wall, like the particles just don't exist. No, you smash through the wall. You physically just go, this wall? What is this wall? I don't like this wall. Smash. And that's funny. So now we get, it's in building blocks we want this time round. We're going to make a pen of our favorite guys, the husk. Where is the husk? There it is. I'm getting there. Last stream, it took me 5 years to run through creative menus because I just have no idea how it all functions anymore. We're going down into the ground. We will try that in a moment. Hey guys, how you doing? Boing! I actually successfully killed one of them with that. That's amazing. Just, not only did I tear down the fence, I shoved them out of my way. It's like, how dare you? Oh, it's great. Okay, another fun part. Okay. So I'm assuming if you don't move at all, it won't actually break through anything. Or maybe it doesn't work facing down. We'll find out that answer. We'll find out an answer to that question in a split, based upon if I get up on this tree successfully. Flick to survival. Oh, that's a funny problem. Anyway. Nope, you don't. Okay, so you don't break through blocks when going in a downward direction. What about if you go up? Don't think that tree's gonna be high enough to really test this. If we go up to here, I think we'll make it to here. Okay, that answers that question. But if you go upwards, you will break through your roof. So this is good for going through walls or roofs, but you can't go down unless it requires it to be less layers than what the ground is. Nope, doesn't look like you break through a single layer of blocks when going downwards. We're answering questions here. I want to figure this out. What about if we have multiple layers on the roof? Like, how many layers will you go through? Is the grand old question I'm trying to figure out here. We're trying to figure out what is the extent that this ability will go to. So we've got 3 layers there. We've just rocked through all of them almost. There is 1 block sitting here still, though. I would assume that's just because distance of the ability started running out at that point. So if we just... Actually, I could do this a bit smarter. Boom, 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 boom. Probably the blocks stopped you faster than you broke it. Yeah. Let's... Because from what we can see so far, you definitely can't go downwards. Get some yellow, then we get some green for the layers. Just to see how far will this ability let you go. This is all information that is very, very important. And then 2 more layers in green. Okay. So we're going to go straight. We're going to be a block away from our wall, and we're going to break through it all. Wow. 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 Straight through 6 blocks. No problems. It just doesn't stop you. I'm assuming then, based upon this information, you can break through as many layers as the ability will last for. So as long as the ability is still going, which from what we can tell from where it ended roughly about here, you could probably go through 8 blocks worth of stuff, no problems. I think we'll do a quick, that's wool, I want to keep it at least consistent to this type of block. If we just add this here, and then we come back to here, and then we just do it one last time. Okay, so the grass interrupted that breaking being as fast as it could have been, from what I could tell there. So now we've broken through the glass. Let's just try it again, just one more time, just so we can figure this fun stuff out. Let's actually break the glass. Stay. No, I should probably fix this so I don't have to keep doing this like I did. I failed to do this last time, but hey, we'll do it now. Then we will now... Okay. So it looks to be 6 is roughly the limit. Because that's just dependent on how fast you can actually go, which is actually pretty cool. Just the fact that you can get through that many blocks in general is really neat. Now, the ultimate test is how strong does a block need to be in order to stop you? So if we get obsidian... You rolled right through it, and that time we went through 8 blocks? Okay, so it's a little inconsistent too. But we went right through obsidian. It didn't stop us. The ultimate question. Can you get through bedrock? Yes, you can. It's far less bedrock than what you'd get through any other block. It literally only got through 3 before it petered out, but... Oh, nope. It just went through the rest of the wall that time round. Wow. That is... I mean... You truly are an unstoppable force. Even bedrock can't stop you. You can just break through it like there's no problem. Wow. Wow. I'll take that idea that someone just noted before. What if we do ice this up? How far can we go? Let's get another color to represent another layer. I think we'll just get pink here, I suppose. This should at least represent some fun. So, I do think we might see an increase on how far we go based upon the ice just existing. Either way, just the simple fact that it goes through bedrock is just crazy. But at the same time, with the idea of this origin, it also makes sense. You are an unstoppable force. It is the point. Okay, so it doesn't seem like blue ice actually affects the speed that you run through things, because it's still got to roughly here. It's still about the same 6 blocks of inconsistency. So it's either going to be 6 blocks or maybe you'll get through 8, depending on how the movement actually goes. Like what? Like even then, didn't even get through the full fall. Yes, there was a bit more distance, but it clearly didn't matter that I was on ice to that. So that's cool. That is an interesting thing. Functional blocks. We'll just do that and we'll just press B. So yeah, I mean, in theory, you are a drill. This is a really good origin to drill, apparently. Cool. I'll leave you with that information. Immovable object. You have infinite inertia. No amount of impulse or pushing can knock you away. While it works on your whole body as a mass, it only gives partial resistance to local attacks. Okay. Based upon that information, I would gauge that your knockbacks are you're a lot more immune to knockback. Yeah. There is barely any knockback there. I'll just die because I'm at half a heart anyway. But that's fun information. Like what? Yeah, you just take no knockback. Though, we now do the fun thing of first killing him. Bye-bye. And then we grab... We'll do some TNT. We'll do a moderate amount. I do want to give myself a lot of absorption, though, just so I don't die too easily. Because we don't want to die. We want to just test your knockback resistance. So let's start off with a nice and heavy... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, it's only gonna do 4. Okay, yep, you still take TNT based knockback, which it feels to be about the same amount of knockback as usual TNT. So it just means the immovable object ability just means that you don't take any form of damaging knockback or any form of knockback-based weapons, but stuff like TNT, you'll still take a form of knockback from, which I guess works. Maybe? I don't know. Infinity plus infinity minus infinity. Plus infinity. I don't know that. Actually, I don't know that symbol. Anyway. Plus infinity, negative infinity. Redirect your energy to polarize positive infinity of health against negative infinity of own strength. This causes energy imbalance and fills up your entropy bar, as well as leaking into your weight. The longer you stay in this mode, the heavier you'll become. After some time, you won't be able to move, and eventually you will implode and then cause an intense explosion. This is a toggle ability with the trigger Y, which is your secondary key for me. Make sure you're not using this power Y AFK. You will, in fact, die and explode a bunch of blocks unless you're only off for a quick minute. So, let's clear my effects. With this ability, let's place down our friend, the husk, and let's press Y. So you will take no damage whilst in this mode, and over time you'll get heavier, meaning that you'll get slower. You can tell by, I'm assuming when both bars are going up. So if we just keep going for a while, don't know roughly how long this is going to take. And this, oh, that's right, you have negative strength. So this will take a little while. Hey, buddy, how you doing? How you doing, Husk? How you feeling over there? Trying to kill me? Whoopsie, I must have pressed an ability. That was accidental. We'll ignore that one. That's clearly a different ability because I hit C trying to zoom, even though I've not used I've not used any form of zoom for a very long time. Oh yeah, our slowness is like, I can't move anymore. Oh, I can't even jump move anymore. Oh, no, we can still move by spamming W and spacebar at the same time. It figures itself out. And there we are. There's the explosion. Let's press Y so we stop using this ability. Okay, so this is a different ability. We'll ignore this damage. This is the explosion for... Maybe? No, that's 2 explosions. I need to go make a new crater so we can actually visualize how big of an explosion this will be. Because I think that's important information, is it not? Having knowledge of how big this explodes. We'll just wait a few moments. It'll be fine. Meanwhile, how's your days going? How you all feeling? Having fun? Enjoying the sudden return of Origins content in the new year? I know I've been having fun doing this again. It's been a while and feels good to actually do this again. You know? Just patiently waiting. We're about halfway there. I'm just playing some video gaming on phone whilst it goes up because, you know, we're just going to be waiting here for a while. We're just gonna do our thing. It's been good. Fair enough, Kevin. Oh, it's good to know. It's good to know. That's all I'm going. Oh, it looks like we're about to explode again. And kabooey! I was a few seconds off. Love the sheer knockback. Okay. Is that a villain? So this is about... So if you accidentally leave this ability on for too long, this is about the damage that you can expect to see. It's not pretty now, is it? I would also factor in that there's a possibility that you will lose items with this explosion. Maybe with the explosion itself, but definitely due to the sheer amount of fire that will be left behind by this explosion. So that is something to keep in mind. Otherwise, it's a very useful ability. You just take no damage. You deal no damage, but you take no damage. And eventually you'll just pop and explode. But, you know, that's if you're not smart enough and turn it off and don't turn it off until it's too late. Negative infinity, positive infinity. Polarized negative infinity of health against positive infinity of attack damage. Within the next moment, you will deal infinite damage with a single blow, but any damage you take will be lethal to you. This causes energy imbalance and fills your property bar beyond the threshold. This is activated with C. So, if we get ourselves our friendly friend, it's the husk. Hey, how you doing? And we press this and press C. He will immediately hit us and we will die because we took damage. Granted, the husk also dies because he was in the vicinity of the explosion, so, ha. Sucks to be you, buddy. But I'm assuming if we get a husk out again, we'll place him down, we'll move away, we'll press the C, and then we'll whack him. Whack him. Whack him. Oh, I think, funny. It has to be... Okay. So you can only do... So what I'm gathering here is that you only have a few moments after you press that key to deal the damage. So we'll try it here. Yeah, if you do the damage the moment after you press C, it will be infinite damage. But if you wait a few seconds, it won't be infinite damage, and you're very likely to take explosion damage. I'm assuming that's why that's there. I mean, what happens if I get hit while this is cooling down? Okay. So, basically, this ability you have to use to get the insta-kill, basically. You need to deal the damage within a few, probably like a second or two of pressing your your save bar activator key. Secondly, to that, for a fair bit afterwards, for the entirety of the cooldown, you will be vulnerable to just insta-death. Regardless if he successfully gets the insta-kill off, you are still vulnerable to insta-death, which will lead to an explosion and will cause a bit of damage around your local area. So, yeah, keep that in mind. Entropy. Your internal energy is volatile and unruly. You can't keep it fully at bay, not with your tremendous potential. Using active abilities fills up your entropy bar. Beyond a 50% threshold, you will not be able to keep it stable if damage is taken. I'm assuming that's the yellow bar. No, that's not the yellow bar. That's a different thing based upon how static charges exist. You're always full of static charge. This makes you a common target for lightning during... No. Okay, no. The lightning bar, the yellow bar lightning is your entropy. It starts at default, but as you use abilities proactively, like we'll use Y here, it will go to increase. We'll press C here, it pretty much maxes out. Like beyond 50%, which is the halfway point of the bar, you will pretty much implode on contact. You can, from what I could tell before, mix. If we turn this off, place that down, turn this ability, that's the wrong ability. The husk is still dead, I'm assuming. Jesus. But yeah. The yellow bar is your entropy meter. Be very wary of that meter because if it's above 50%, any damage you take from that point onwards would be an effective explosion. So you keep that in mind. Wow, this origin really likes to explode. Yeah, I know, right? It's almost like it's explosive. It's almost like it's an unstable amount of energy. Static charge. You're always full of static charge. This makes you a common target for lightning during thunderstorms. There is always a considerable chance to be struck during rain too. So, based on this, you might get struck by lightning in usual rain, but if we roll ourselves to weather thunderstorm for about 500 seconds, we wait a few moments, we should be very quick to get some lightning strikes just based upon how Minecraft weather goes. And the lightning strike should whack us. Give it a bit. We'll wait patiently for that. Bum bum ba da bum ba da 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 da. Huh. Put the D. I'm assuming that's just days. Mobs this morning, because of course they are. It's a thunderstorm. We're just going to wait to be struck by lightning at some point. There's lightning over there. Lightning there. In theory, it should strike us at some point. In theory, God should smite us because we are too powerful for this world. In theory. That's what the ability says. Will that be true? Well, I guess we'll find out. Strike over there again. Just have to whack that zombie a little bit. Just put our 𝓵𝓷𝓷𝓴𝓼, just a massive nuke, so when it does strike us, we just immediately implode, because that's funny. Really? Is it just striking over there? What's so good about their game? Tell me. What's so good about these blocks? I don't understand it. Just strike me. I'm right here. Right here. I'm waiting and reeling. Oh, there's another zombie coming to pick things up again. No. No. Again! There's a zombie. I got hit by lightning there. It struck me in the sky. I'm assuming it's purely because I did actually hit where it was striking me for. Don't get why it's striking there, but hey, we got hit by the lightning by that. Come on, strike again, lightning. Do it. Smite me. Hey, zombie, how you doing? It really likes over there. It really, really, really does like right here. Whoa. That's a trench. You know what? That would make sense why it likes over here. There's exposed copper. Anyway, I think that's enough. That has been the Lemiscate origin. Let me know what your thoughts of it in the comments down below. Bing bong ba da 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 da. I think it's gonna be easier if I just do that. Clear out the health. We need to do another thing. Clear for 500 because we don't want the rain. The rain can go bye bye. We don't care about it. Spawn's a bit damaged. Huh? Funny that. And what is the next origin? What is the next origin? That hurt a little. In fun facts, I think today's the day. It looks like the subscriber count is starting to stabilize, which is funny. It only took a little. Anyhow. We got the next origin to go through. What's the next one, you might ask? Well, you'll find out right now. Here we've got the 𝓵𝓷𝓷𝓴𝓼 origin created by the Discord user known as 𝓵𝓲𝓷𝓴𝓼. This is the 3 impact origin. As a result of devouring the gum gum fruit, Luffy's body became rubber? I'm assuming this is... Oh, no. I'm sorry. I don't know my One Piece lore that well. I've seen probably a couple hundred of the episodes offhanded just because I used to live with someone who was watching through the entire series to catch up. So I'm vaguely aware of some things. Like, I'm aware and understand the show to some degree. I'm not sure of the... We won't worry too much about it. I know enough to understand things. Just I might get a bit mixed up on the lore. You know? Like, I've just seen... Because I've only seen, like, probably somewhere from 800 to 1,000. Like, episode 800 to 1,000 is the ones where I've seen loosely based upon someone else who was watching them in the house I lived in. So... Rubber Man. As a rubber man, Luffy is naturally immune to electric-based attacks and is resistant to blunt force blows, explosions, and fall damage, such as from a fist or a pickaxe, and is even capable of stretching his arms to hit opponents from afar. I never watched it, lol. Fair. Yeah, I know it's from One Piece. As I said, I've seen like a few hundred episodes from that series offhandedly because someone else was watching it in my house that I lived in. It's just my amount of knowledge is kind of, yeah, basically nothing. I understand it and that's about it. Anyhow, let's... So, of course, when we're told that we're resistant to electrical damage, or we're almost immune, we got to do the most important thing. I'm assuming we didn't take damage from the lightning there, and it's just a fire being a bit of a garbage. Into the water. Oh, God. I don't like that knowledge. Huh? I guess we'll have to fix that in a moment. Okay. We'll figure that out in a moment. We got a funny one to do first. Okay, you took some damage from the lightning bolt. I'm just going to do this before we reveal abilities. Immune to electric-based attacks. Not quite sure... I'm assuming that when you state electric-based attacks, you mean lightning bolts, but clearly I still took damage from the lightning bolt, so I don't know. And you're resistant to blunt force blows, explosions, and fall damage. So if we grab this and we move over to the tree that's high... I literally just actually walked off. Anyway, now we do it. Yep, that would be enough to usually cause some fall damage, but not much. So, yeah, it makes sense. We took absolutely nothing here. This should be enough to do damage. But, yeah, only half a heart, and it was immediately healed because we had hunger. So, yeah, you're definitely very resistant to fall damage. What if we go up here to one of my million floating blocks from the previous origin? Only one heart from that high. If we roll into here, that's not what I wanted to do, but okay. We'll just do that. 2 hearts of damage from that height. Yeah, I would say you're nearly immune to that fall damage. Like, that is very, very little. So you're also resistant to explosion. So we'll grab a piece of TNT. We'll stand in it. Bomb. You know, we'll do 4 for the fun. And we'll do that. So, in theory... Why did I think that? In theory, boom. Oh, wait, that's right. It's 4 pieces of TNT. One would usually kill a man without any form of armor. So 4's gonna murder me even if I have resistance. Still... Explosions. You're resistant to explosions. Interesting. Let's go the other one that I think does a little less, depending. Get an end crystal. We go over here. Bump. So. Oh, okay. Yep, there's the resistance. I will actually make sure to be level with it because I do understand that how end crystals work are a bit funky. So if we go a little closer, then we do... Yeah, that's very little damage in comparison to what you'd usually expect from an end crystal. So you don't seem that much more resistant to TNT, but end crystal damage, you do... It does feel like that was a lot of resistance because I do know that with end crystals, if you're level with it, you should take the full brunt of the damage. Should, in theory. End crystals are funky from how they operate. Gears. Luffy can scroll through the gears he wants to use, and then by pressing the quaternary on the selected gear, he'll activate it. Quaternary key. Okay, so this one requires extra origin keys, which I believe it's already installed because it's expecting. So quaternary, we're going to key it to H. No. J. No. K. No. I. No. O. Definitely not P. No. M. B. V. F. No, that's not right. R. T. Y. H. You know, I'm just going to do it to Y and unbound Y for now. So, how does this work? Not bound. Quaternary. Let's keep testing keys until I can figure it out. Because sometimes it shows you what the key is, what it should be. Quaternary. Y. Not that one. We want Y. And then we want B. Player overview. Toggle path preview. We don't care about that right now. So if we go back here, we should be able to figure this out. It's still not bound. Interesting. I'm just going to figure this out, I guess. Controls, keybinds. U, I, K. Actually, we'll do L for that. No, we'll do that button. That. We'll figure it out. I want to know what's the key. It's still not bound. Needs origins next to keybinds to work. Um. Okay, so from what I can gather on the chat where this is organized, it seems like it's key to something to unlock. Tenary. Tenary. What's the tenary one I've currently got rocked? Not bound. We'll do that because that's not bound to anything. So in theory, this should have bound it now. Yes, we do. Okay. It's not doing anything. Do I need to unlock some things? Okay. So, I figured it out with... Let's just... I'm going to cut everything in between to figure that out because it's not worth keeping. So, gears. Luffy can scroll through the gears he wants to use, and then by pressing the quaternary key on the selected gear, he will activate it. So, the gears ability is scrolling through your gears is binded to your tenary ability. So this origin does require extra origin keybinds in order to function. And with this one, it requires the cycling ability is gained by tenary. Just want to double check something. Does it? There are also advancements associated with this origin. So get 10 levels, get 25 levels, and then have 25 levels Bushoku Haki and the Never Root advancement, which we'll figure out those ones in a moment. We want to get ourselves to level 10. So we're going to go experience set 𝓵𝓲𝓷𝓴𝓼 to 10 levels. There's the advancement there. So now, in theory, we should have something. In theory, gear first, gear first. How do you tell if you're swapping gears, though, is the question. Because we got that. We don't have a gear second. We're going to stop again. I'm going to redo that again because I think I figured it out this time around. Gears. Luffy can scroll through the gears he wants to use, and then by pressing the quaternary on the selected gear, he will activate it. You can cycle through the gears using your tenary key, so this does require Origin's extra keybinds. By default, you will only actually have a single gear unlocked. In order to unlock more gears, you'll need to get to level 5 to get the gear second. In order to unlock your first ability, you need to get to level 10 to get the 𝓽𝓱𝓲𝓷𝓴𝓼. So, now that we've got those two abilities, we now have to go find the quaternary key, which is H. So if we go over here and press it, in theory we should be getting something. But that is clearly not the case. I'm getting there. Figuring this out. It's a little complicated. It's a little bit complicated and not... So the second area of a conflict is possible a mob. Keybinds that might affect the hotkey, but... Should be on fabric 1.0. Yup. Okay, so... 𝓽𝓱𝓲𝓷𝓴𝓼. We got that. Okay. Keybinds. What's got conflict? Let's centenary. Figuring this out. 𝓽𝓱𝓲𝓷𝓴𝓼 rocket. Okay. Controls, keybinds. If we just clear this as Y and put this as Y, will we be able to use ability then? No. Quinary. No. I think it's Y, but it's on cooldown. Controls. I've just realized, okay, let's just gotta do this gear thing one last time. I figured it out. Oh my god. To those watching the stream in the future, yeah, you'll get to see the fun of me figuring these. You'll get to see the fun it is to figure out some abilities sometimes. Like, there's been many other Origins that have done this exact same thing where I've just had to sit there for ages playing around until it just clicked, finally. So the people on stream won't see all this frustration because I'm just going to explain it straight. So let's cut back in to... Gears. Luffy can scroll through the gears he wants to use, and by pressing the quaternary on the selected gear, he will activate it. By default, you will only have gear first, and therefore you cannot cycle through any of the gears. That is something to keep in mind. The gear cycling ability is binded to the ternary key, which is active power ternary. This means that you do require to have the extra origin key binds in order to activate it. When you do unlock additional gears, for example here, if we go back out here, we press the L button, as you can see, you can unlock gear second at 25 experience levels. We won't do that just yet. Actually, I probably will now, just so we can have the example. So we'll get the experience, set our levels to 25 levels, and now we'll unlock gear second. You get the advancement noise, and now you should be able to cycle through gear second and gear first. And now I just want to make this clear. I've been sitting here for about 10 minutes trying to figure this out, because just by simply reading the abilities and reading the information that is on the actual Discord of where the data pack is, it doesn't properly explain this. But that's what I'm here for. I'm here to spend the frustrating amount of time to figure this out so I can make it easier for you guys to play it when you first go through it. Sometimes Origins are like this and they don't properly explain everything to detail to make it easy to understand. But that happens. That's okay. Going through your gear abilities, you got 𝓵𝓲𝓷𝓴𝓼 no pistol. This is gear first. By winding up a punch and stretching his arm to hit opponents, he can make his attacks as or even more powerful than that of a pistol. So, we'll now make sure we're in gear first. There we are here. And I'm pretty sure, yep, no pistol is... Yep, no pistol. So 𝓵𝓲𝓷𝓴𝓼, I'm probably saying that wrong. I apologize. 𝓵𝓲𝓷𝓴𝓼 no pistol is binded to your G button, as you can see here. If we grab ourselves out our friend, not a cod, a husk. Hello the Void. How you going? Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well. Get ourselves out a friendly husk, and we press his ability. We one-shot him. We one-shot him. We one-shot him. That's powerful. It has a bit of a cooldown, but that's powerful. Nice. 𝓵𝓲𝓷𝓼 no rocket. This is also gear first ability. By extending his arms, grabbing onto something and flinging himself forward, Luffy can make good distance in a short period of time. This is bound to your secondary ability key, which in my case is Y, which allows you to fling yourself up into the air or fling yourself towards the direction that you're looking at, I am assuming here. We'll just play it again just so I can... Yeah, you fling yourself in the direction that you're looking. So if you want to go just horizontally, you do it horizontally. If you want to get airtime rather than distance, for example, you're trying to get up to those hard-to-reach places like this tree over here, you look up and press it. Though, as we saw there, if you jump and then press it while you're in the midair, it doesn't seem to work. Yeah, it requires you to not jump in order to get the propulsion into the air, which is a very interesting thing to keep in mind. And I'd also assume that... That's the wrong one. This ability would effectively fling you downwards, but again, as we established before, it's probably not going to work whilst we're in midair. We'll try. If I can remember to hit the right button instead of... Oh no, it does seem to work in midair. Maybe it just doesn't work in midair when you try to jump upwards and take it upwards. Which is interesting. Time to get our friend Husk. We 1 point him. I'm not looking at my messages, man. English is hard. Don't worry, I get it, buddy. You should see me stumble on English sometimes. It's a thing. 𝓵𝓲𝓷𝓴𝓼. By gathering up his strength, Luffy releases a barrage of stretchy punches to deal massive damage. This requires the advancement 𝓵𝓲𝓷𝓴𝓼, and it's also only usable in gear first. This is where we go back to the advancements here. 𝓵𝓲𝓷𝓴𝓼 requires you to get 10 experience levels to unlock it. And this is activated with your load hotbar activator key, as you can see there. If we go over here to controls again, we roll in here. By default, if I don't scroll past it, your load hotbar activated key is bounded to X, as you can see here. Sometimes this may change for you, so all you need to do is go to the creative mode control, find the load hotbar activator, and bind it to the key that you want. So as you can see here, we'll go back to creative mode. We'll grab a few eggs of husk. We wait for this cooldown to roll through. Let's actually create a fence here quickly while this cooldown rolls. We do this here. We'll go to survival, move back, and then we'll press X. This is nowhere near as much damage as what the pistol ability is. Why did we one-shot earlier with the pistol? Maybe because there's a fence in the way now. Huh. But yeah, it's another mass dealing damage ability. Actually, I wonder. Wait for it to cool down. Break the fence. Put down a few more husks. We'll train them over to us quickly. Yep, come on. Come on. And then we do this. Okay, it doesn't quite one-shot, but it does deal a high amount of damage as even the husks that were fresh still died towards the Gatling hits. But you get what you get what the ability is, right? So that was an advancement. What advancement did we just unlock? A spiritual force made by one's willpower and ability only few can use. If we upload here, I'm assuming... Actually, I think the information is actually right here. If I just read... Okay, so obtaining the hockey advancements of 50%. I'm just going to look through the origin and see if it actually explains that one there. Willpower, strength, brawler, pirate, the devil's curse, and me. No, it does not. We'll get back to that advancement in a moment. Willpower and strength. Luffy's will is unparalleled, that comparable to a king or conqueror. Due to this, his endurance is much higher. He bears superhuman strength capable of pushing 2 buildings apart and is immune to poison. I think I need some water. Wow. God. My throat was a little bit... Anyway, back to this. So, to test our strength, we're going to get some simple mobs that we would probably encounter in an average playthrough. Yeah, that's Pillager. How blind am I? Can I just not... There's a cow. Wait, are the Pillager and cow eggs almost identical? Wow. Okay. Didn't even know that. That is some new information that I've discovered today. Get ourselves a cow. We punch it. We punch it again. Punch it twice. Thrice. 3 punches and it's dead. I can't remember how much health an average cow's got, so I think we're going to test this by grabbing an iron sword. And we whack it, and whack it twice, and whack it thrice, and whack it 4 times, and whack... Get back here! Whack it again. Whack it... That... Okay, that did not feel right. I mean, we'll probably get to figure it... This should... Far out. Okay, yeah, we're just not going to worry about that then. I think we'll test it on here, since we've got an understanding of how much health does a husk. Bump. 2, 3, 4. So, 4 crit hits with your bare hands on a husk will kill it. As we noticed a moment ago, swords don't do anywhere near as much damage as what they usually would, but something tells me that's to do with a different ability. I see the next one. Another thing to that, you have 5 additional hearts, which is a lot of additional hearts, considering that you're resistant to more blunt force style of damages like fall damage, some explosive damage, and pickaxes of all things. Having additional 5 hearts is also pretty useful. Brawler. Due to being a hand-to-hand combatant or brawler in shorter words, Luffy is severely worse at using weapons such as swords or axes and cannot use shields or bows. You heard that right? That's why the damage on that cow earlier was literally nothing. Like 8 to 10 hits with an iron sword on a cow? That ain't right, man. But yeah, building weapons with this origin is just not worth it because you're stronger with your bare hands, basically. Though a funny 2 questions that weren't addressed is, can I use a trident? Instead? That definitely seems like a lot less damage than what a trident usually would do with your bare hands. Can you... Yes, you can. You can definitely throw a trident and get damage. If we... Yep, you've got a crossbow. And you can still kill things with a crossbow. So, to the creator, because I am going to send you this video, yeah. You can still do damage by... You can still do normal damage by throwing a trident and by using a crossbow. Those are 2 things that maybe you want to fix. Maybe. I'm 90% sure that Luffy doesn't use a gun or weapon of any sorts in One Piece from memory. I might be completely misremembering that, and that is a thing. But I think that's the case. Pirate. Iron golems will automatically attack you. Villagers raise prices as, due to wanting freedom more than anything else, you refuse to wear any armor above leather and illagers are aligned with you. I mean, that is pretty self-explanatory there. You know what? I think the fun question to ask is we're going to go to a village and see how quickly it takes to get absolutely obliterated by something. Bomb. We are in the ground. This is not where we want to be. Up we go. Oh, hey. It's an iron golem. Oh, no. Oh, run away. Oh, my. 3 hearts? Come on. You can do better. Hit me better. There we go. He got me. Yeah, okay. So there's your resistance to blunt force damage again. How little I was taking. Oh, and then, of course, as to point out the other thing, let's grab the pillager egg, which looks exactly like a cow egg. Now that I've pointed out, you're not going to unsee it. If you hit him, nah, he's buddy-buddy. He's buddy-buddy with you. What about a Ravager? That is a question. There he is. Oh, Ravager definitely don't like you. You'd think he'd also be on... Since Ravagers are in the same team as Pillagers, you'd think they would also be friendly. But clearly not. Also... That's surprising how quickly you can kill that with your bare hands. I'm assuming then, based upon that, witches will also attack you? I'm testing this. A Vindicator? Nah, the axe wielding nightmare is not going to hurt you. Witch? Did a witch just throw a damage potion at itself just then? Okay. I would assume it's safe to say that a witch is not friendly towards you, but you seem to be immune to potions, so it don't matter. Oh yeah, you're immune to poison. So the usual attack tactics that a witch has are absolutely null and void in this situation. The Devil's Curse. Luffy cannot swim properly and gains debuffs when nearby Prismarine or in water or rain, and when fully submerged he loses access to his powers unless he manages to get out of the water. Weaknesses varies from the situation to situation, like how being fully submerged gives different weaknesses to being half submerged. So with the witch doing its own thing over there, it will probably follow me. We'll go over here to the water. To the water. We go halfway in. Yeah, you are slowed by a large amount. And if we make the fatal mistake of being fully submerged, if you make the mistake of getting fully submerged, you good luck getting out of the water. Literally. You just can't. Like, I'm spamming all the keys to try and... That's a death note. I love that. Anyway, yeah, good luck getting out of water if you're in there. We get prismatic blocks. Pretty sure that might be in colored. Or building blocks, maybe. There it is. Prismarine. We'll place down a Prismarine, and we have weakness 3, mining fatigue 3, and slowness 3. Holy balls. That is a lot. Oh, get out of here. We don't want that. That's brutal. Brutal debuffs from Prismarine. Meat. His body is very expensive. Luffy needs to eat a lot more than the average human, and he also only eats meat. Self-explanatory. We roll over to creative mode here and not press O. As you can see, you can only eat meat-based items. Anything else that isn't meat is unedible. But hey, the question, the godly question of all questions is, can you eat cake? Yes. Yes, you can. If you can't eat cake, then it's the end of the world. That's what I believe. Now, here's the fun thing. The additional things that aren't actually explained in the Origins itself. We got the advancement system here. So as you can see, there is the Haki advancement. Let me go figure out how you get this. Those guys will pass strength. Do. So there's a 50 chance of obtaining Haki when you have the requirements, and if it fails to give you the Haki advancement when you have the requirements, you'll have to wait 500 ticks, about 3 minutes, to try again. Doesn't look like it's actually explained how you get Haki. All you get is just the knowledge that if you do successfully fit the requirements of that this advancement, it is like a 50-50 chance of you actually getting the advancement when you meet it. But from what we could gather there, it was something to do with low hunger, low health, and dying to get the Haki advancement. That's what I can gather based upon the circumstances of getting it. This is its own little cycle of abilities, which we'll get to in a moment after we go through Gear Second. So, let's go to Second Gear, or Gear Second. It's actually called Gear Second. I just said Second Gear because it makes more sense in my mind. Shut up. So, G. It's similar abilities, but I am assuming it is, like, far more powerful than before? Maybe? Red Hawk. And to get the Red Hawk requires 35 levels of 𝓵𝓲𝓷𝓴𝓼 Haki and the Never Root Advancement. Which I'm assuming there's 𝓵𝓲𝓷𝓴𝓼 Haki. I'm assuming Never Root is something to do with the Never actual advancements. But honestly, with these additional abilities, there's a lot more complication that requires into this. I will quickly explain the Haki cycling because it also is very similar to the cycling of your gears, which requires you to use scrolling between your quaternary and using the Haki ability being your centenary ability key. Again, this origin will require extra origin keys in order to function as intended. So it requires a quaternary, which is going to be U in this case, and centenary, which is going to be this colon button. So U will do nothing for now, but if we hit it, we got nothing so far, but reading this ability here, let's just jump to 100 levels and get all the advancements, because let's be real, it's going to be easier to figure this all out by level query. We know we want level set me to be 100 levels. If we do that, we get all the advancements. So we roll into here. There is now Advanced 𝓵𝓲𝓷𝓴𝓼, Ryu, and 𝓵𝓲𝓷𝓰𝓼, which Advanced 𝓵𝓲𝓷𝓴𝓼 requires you have 130 levels and kill the protector of the ancient city. Ryu requires you to have 90 levels and free the end achievement. And 𝓵𝓲𝓷𝓰𝓼 requires 80 levels and kill the ancient god of death. I don't know what some of these... I don't know what that one is. I know the free the end is killing the end the dragon, and kill the protector of the ancient city, I'm assuming would be killing a Grand Warden. Though I wouldn't know. Because I don't know or Minecraft advancements that much anymore. But anyway, now we've got some Haki abilities. 𝓵𝓲𝓷𝓴𝓼 Haki seems to activate an armor advancement. And if we cycle, 𝓽𝓱𝓲𝓷𝓴𝓼 Haki will give us a form of glow effect. Cycling to 𝓵𝓲𝓷𝓴𝓼 Haki, we get a lightning strike. I don't know how this ability works. We roll over here to you and we do it again. Okay, it is a distance damage ability, which is very interesting. Oh, cool, the glow's gone. But yeah. There is the whole second gear thing, but I have no idea how to figure out advancements too well. And if I'm completely honest, I feel like this origin is going to be a little bit more fun if I leave certain things a little bit more mystery. I gave you the basics of understanding how to use this origin. Now it's up to you to get to the point where you can use the absolute best of the best of these origins. But that was the Monkey D. Luffy origin. What are your thoughts on it? Let me know in the comments down below, and also check it out with a link in the description. Oh, God, that took a bit. Here, I was thinking the origins of today would be easy to run through, and we literally took like an hour and a half to get through 2 of them. Anyway, thankfully, the next 3 of them are pretty short-winded. Yeah, and yeah, and I think we'll get through. I don't know if I'll get through the last ones today. I should probably try, all things considered, because this is usually a 2-parter streams. But you know, now that we've gotten through that mess, oh boy. Kill. No, we don't want that one. We want this. No, we want that. God, my mind is a little bit blank from that. Actually, I'm going to go to the toilet real quick. I'll be back. Bye-bye. Oh, shiv me timbers. Probably the thing that I like the least about streaming is with YouTube streams, at least, I have to keep like a consistent high energy for multiple reasons. One, because these are streams that I will be turning into videos at some point in the future. B, these are streams that I leave publicly available on YouTube, and so there's going to be a lot of people who watch it after the fact. And with YouTube videos, at least, it's like more expected to have high energy for a good chunk of it. Like, you're expected to be more high energy, like a lot more energy put into creating it rather than like streams on Twitch that don't turn into videos. You're like usually a lot more chillaxed, which can lead to longer streaming times, etc., etc. Like, it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. But now we get back into the fun. Let's click that. I hope this don't take anywhere near as long as that last one, because, oh boy, we'll be in for a problem if it does. Here we have the Scrambler origin, created by the Discord user known as 𝓵𝓲𝓷𝓴𝓼. It's a 3-impact origin. While quite fragile indeed, these temporal anomalies excel at controlling the flow of battle. You better have a clock at hand if you decide to fight one. Jeez, my throat's going. The icon itself looks cool. Time dilation. Hitting foes afflicts them with time dilation, a stacking debuff that increasingly slows movement and weakens attack. Sneaking with a clock in one's hand helps in realigning with the regular flow of time. Wait. Holy, this sounds so cool. It's an origin all about the clock. This actually really is cool. Seems so cool. Okay, so if we go into... Let's grab a husk. Let's spawn him. We'll go to here and we'll hit him once. Again. 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 Does it? Something tells me this is one that requires another player to really show off its features. Yay! I don't like those. So our video settings, we'll flick off full screen mode, and I'll also flick off the shaders because I'm gonna need to have a second instance of Minecraft running to display this one. Let's flick over to the other account. I'm just vibing to the music. 𝓵𝓲 1 and 𝓵𝓲 2. Yeah, there's going to be two of me in a moment. Figure out whether this one drops itself. No, I want to move over here quickly. Oh, because you're not going to go full screen because I don't have you in full screen mode. Okay. Flick off the game. That's not the display we want. Well, that display. There we are. I should actually get rid of that one because I won't use it. Yeah, okay. So with this display now, we're gonna. Yeah, I don't care. Flick into this. And we're gonna join my world with myself. Hey, look, it's me. And if I cycle, hey, look, it's me. So let's just clear out our inventory here. So I think you are a basic origin in this guy. 𝓵𝓲𝓷𝓴𝓼 and human. Yep. This is just a normal human. We're going to go to Scrambler and we're going to whack you. You know, it makes sense. I should do that. So now we'll whack him. If I roll over to myself now, there is a noticeable slowness already. If we hit me again twice and thrice, we'll go back. It doesn't seem to stack as much as what we're thinking. I should give myself a clock because in theory, if I just adjust the music, just do that, put that on, just so I can hear whatever this noise ends up being. We go back to this guy, whack him a few times, like, do be careful I don't kill myself here. Is this ability not functioning? Okay, I'll have to keep... Whoopsie daisy. I should actually make that not be a thing. Right over here. I'll do that. Did I gave the resistance to the wrong person? Lol. Okay. Flick back. Okay, I can feel it. Yeah, I can feel the time dilation. Oh, I can't actually jump up anymore successfully. So if I give the clock back to me and right click. Hold on. Not the origin I want to be looking at for this. Ah, sneaking with the clock in hand should realign me. And you can hear the click in the background of a note block tick. And it stops ticking, so now it's back to normal. Yep, cool. So let's do this again, but I think we'll up my resistance to 50 just so I don't take any damage whatsoever, because we want to see how high this goes. Bam, 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 bam. With that amount of hits, if we flick back to me, oh my. Wow. Okay, now. 7, 8, 7 clicks and we're back to normal. Wow, that is actually really, really cool. I love this idea. It is so cool. Just the idea that's behind this. Stasis. Lock yourself in time for up to 2 seconds. Incapacitating yourself, but becoming invulnerable for the duration. Healing is enabled. Use again to end early. So, we'll go back to this. This should be just... This is G. 1, 2... Oh no, that's the cooldown. So, axe great. So, we press again. I can't move. And then now I can. So, in theory, I should just... game mode this account right now. I don't know if we're going to need it again right now, so I'll keep it here for the time being. But if we grab ourselves a husk, let's actually clear my effect. Put him down. Go back to this, and then pop this right here. Yeah, he can't do damage, and now he can. Okay, so when you press that ability, for the 2 seconds you're invincible, they don't even bother to deal damage to you because, you know, you don't take it. So we do it again. As you can see, oh no, he's dealing damage, technically. Like, you can see his arm swing, but he does absolutely nothing. Funky problem, you can't move at all, so it's really just some form of protection just to outdo the hits. If you do it at a right enough time, it's good enough to allow you to heal, because you can heal when you're in that invulnerable state. Though how much health you gain in that invulnerable state is a different question, so that might be its own problem. But it's pretty cool. Do need to keep in mind I need to actually flick creative because right now time's not stopped. Borrowed time. Sprinting afflicts you with time dilation. So, if we just start sprinting. I can already feel it. Oh, God. It's already happened. I can't climb anymore. So, the more you sprint with this origin, the more you'll slow down with time dilation. Again, you can fix this if you get yourself a clock and then you hold shift with it. And then now you're back to normal. Such a cool thing. I actually adore the idea. Unstable. Your max health is decreased by 40%. Yeah, that makes sense. You got 6 hearts rather than 10. Yeah, this is such an intriguing origin. Does this affect... Let's just hit you a few times. Yes. The time dilation affects mobs. As you can see, because this husk has been affected with enough time dilation, he can no longer jump up a single block. So he's forever stuck down there. He can hit me if I get close enough. But he can't climb anymore. He is just stuck in this hole, and that's hilarious. But that is the Scrambler origin. Very, very, very cool concept, if I might say myself. Like that, it's a genuinely really, really cool idea, and I love it. I wish there might have been more abilities to it, but at the same time, for something that is just mainly more of a showcase of this cool time dilation effect that this guy's created, I just congrats. It's really neat. Really neat. Okay, let me just briefly read over the other origins. Do I need to keep my additional account in here? No. That doesn't look to be requirement for the additional account. What about this one? Don't know if I want to do that one, actually. I think I'll skip that one because that just seems to be basically nothing. It's very teeny. So instead of 10 origins, it's going to be 9. How dare I? This one's definitely a keeper. So yeah, we've got 2 more origins to run through. And I did not need an additional account anymore, so bye-bye. We're going to flick this back to full screen. And I'm also going to run out of the world and then run back in. And then also that one. And then turn off that. You gotta see a funny screen for a moment there. How do you feel? Anyway. Putting the shades back on. The husk is enjoying his life trying to get around. Anyway, we now move into our next origin. The second last one. These are aspects. Why am I sifting through the aspects? We don't want them right now. The next origin is the Flesh Warp origin created by the Discord user known as Catatistic. It's a 2-impact origin, a creature whose flesh has been mutilated by powerful magic. Boom. Let's select it. Mutated flesh. Your mutated flesh makes it so you can't wear normal armor. However, your skin has been naturally hardened and modified by powerful magic. So we go over here. I can't put any iron armor on. If we flick back, let's grab some leather instead. I can't even put leather armor, like just no armor in general. We go to survival though. As we can see, we've got 6 armor bars full, which is an equivalent to 12 armor points we have by default, which is pretty decent. Considering you can never wear armor and get any of those beautiful enchantment effects, having 12 armor points by default is pretty neat. Immunity, you're more resilient to poisons and sicknesses that may afflict others. More immune. So, what? If I go up here, sicknesses and illnesses that may affect others. I'm more resilient to it. Sneezy. I love how I need to just tap my hand off to the side and it mutes the mic. It means when I sneeze, you don't have to hear it. Let's get poison. There's poison. So if I whack myself with poison, nothing happens. I don't get the poison. Woo. And warp. By pressing your primary button, you can warp your flesh and become smaller and gain wings. However, your health is reduced. To return to normal, press your secondary. So we'll press our primary. Oh, we're a lot faster. We've now got 6 hearts rather than the 15 that we seem to have before. And we've got elytra wings. Which, if we... I think fireworks are now in here properly, which is something... Let's just grab some fly 3. If we rack him up. Yeah, as we see, we can now fly around, which is pretty neat, pretty neat. Pretty funky, pretty fantastic. Woo. Anyway, secondary ability, you go back to normal. Nice. And that's the warp origin, the fresh thing origin. I don't know. I'm not going to do a video. I'm not going to put this on a video. This is a lot smaller than what I thought it was going to be. But hey, we learn. But we got one more. This one's going to be a good one, boys and girls, for the people who are still watching, which I don't know how many people that actually is anymore. Because I don't pay attention to that, because to me it's like, doesn't matter as much anymore. You know? The amount of people watching are the amount of people that are watching. But here, for the last one, let's go find it. Let's go grab the last origin of the night. Boom. Boom. Where is it? Here we've got the Paradox origin, created by the Discord user known as 𝓵𝓷𝓷𝓴𝓼. This is a 2-impact origin, a time-bending wanderer mastering the art of temporal travel to traverse the timeline. They reject sleep and embrace a vegetarian diet. The Paradox stands as a guardian, navigating the delicate terrain of the past and future, but time always catches up eventually. Boop. We're now the origin. Time control. You can speed up time for yourself and slow down time for others. This lasts about 10 seconds and 35-second cooldown. Requires a clock to be held and the clock is not destroyed. So another time origin. What is with me and time origins today? It's almost like there's a bit of a mini theme in amongst the origins. So we got our clock and we will go find this. Do I have to wait for it to cool down first initially before I can use it? Is this one of those origins? It doesn't look like you come with a clock by default, which bit silly, but hey. With this, the time control effects, you gain 100% movement and mining speed, 50% attack speed, plus 3 damage, 2 times swimming team speed, 2 times fire damage. Your slowness debuff from the old age ability is removed during this time. We'll get back to that. Slow targets, and the slow targets, the people that are around you, or the mobs that are around you when you press this ability, will get a neg 75% of their movement speed, neg 50% attack and mining speed. Their falling is a lot slower, and they also glow, but that can only be seen by the Paradox Origin, and also applies a vision limiting shader to the target. So now we press it. We get super speed. We can now exist as our own self for 10 seconds. As you can see, the chicken who has been slowed down is glowing. And now he's no longer glowing. And now that we're out of it, we're going to get given nausea for a second. Oh my. A lot of time origins. Damn, what is all this? Doctor Strange? Probably. I don't know. So it also says you get multiplied swim speed. So we're just going to roll into the water for this one once it recharges. And we're going to swim across the ocean as fast as we can in the 10-second time frame. We'll jump in, getting our toes dipped and red. Ready, set, go, 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 go. Speed, 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 speed. And then slow down there. You know, not bad distance for like 10 seconds. Oh, the nausea, the nausea. I'm just going to look down. We can't affected by it that much there. But yeah, you get a lot of distance with that ability. Really, really neat. Really, really neat. Do I go... Damn it. Do I get the second card back out just to showcase what it looks like on the other side? Yes, yes, we do. I do my due diligence as an origin. I do my due diligence nowadays. I will grab the second character out again just to showcase how this ability affects one. Apply. We don't need the full screen anymore. Let's let that fall. We'll grab to 𝓵𝓲𝓷𝓴𝓼. Let's open up another instance of Minecraft again, everybody. Can you tell I'm having so much fun doing this? I mean, I'm okay with doing this. It's fun. At least the best part about this is it gets a majority, it gets all the recording for these. Because like all these origins are going to be their own individual video once I edit the sections down. The Fleshling origin, I'm just not going to worry about. That's too small for me to care too much. Like it's got one neat thing, the whole transforming ability, but there isn't much more to it, which is fine. And not all origins need to be this massive list of awesome stuff. It can just have like two abilities that are cool, and then a really interesting ability that's pretty cool in its own right, but in totality, it's kind of minimal and boring. But hey, that's fine. So we're going to open this to LAN again. We'll join myself again. This is going to be a little bit more annoying to figure out because we've already seen the other side. So I think for this, I'm going to drag the instance of the Paradox down. I'll go find myself so you can see it all from the perspective of the other player who's affected by the Paradox ability. So now I'm standing in front of myself. You can tell I'm not on the screen, right? I'm not selecting this window right now because of the lag. We'll fix that in a moment. So I'm going to press G and that. And as you can see, there is a little wow. Wow. That is trippy and really cool, but that's really trippy. Really, really trippy. Let's demonstrate it again once the cooldown comes back. Don't you love the lag of an unselected Minecraft window? Like, look at that lag, because I'm not selecting on my second character window right now. So it's not rendering at 100% speed, which is hilarious. But, okay. Ability again. T, click up here. And as you can see, we get that really funky filter. And then, of course, you're a lot slower. And wow. And, of course, for the additional thing, we'll grab the paradox again. We'll wait for the cooldown one last time. This is bad if people have motion sickness. I think it's probably... Yeah, that is one of its own things. But I feel like that with this origin, you would try and figure that out if anyone has any form of motion sickness before you input this origin into a server. Purely because of that ability is really... Like, that is some detrimental effects. That is really bad for people who can't handle that type of thing. Anyway, we'll press G again. As you can see, my guy here, he is glowing. It's... Yeah, I mean, you get it. He is glowing. We now don't care about him. We're going to give ourselves nausea for a few moments. I'm just going to put on a screen over the top of it so you don't see it as bad because it sucks. Now we have Time Warp. This is an active ability with the secondary ability key. You can teleport a short distance ahead of you. I mean, if we just grab this and then if we do... Oh! This seems to be attached to the same time ability, same time cooldown, I'm assuming. If we wait for that. Oh, no, it's the same thing. It's just very weird. If I just walk normally, will it activate? Oh. Oh, I get it. I get it now. I get how this... I think I understand how this functions. Wait for the cooldown to come back again. I think it has to be within range and you can see the block. So we go closer. No. There we are. Okay, so it seems to have like a very short range and you should be able to see the block. Like, I think if we get here, I think it should be close enough for me to know. A little closer. We will just grab blue just so I can mark here where I am. Yep. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If we go one... Go away, Enderman. We don't need you here right now. We go one more further away. The ability no longer works. If we go to this one, the ability works. Okay, so you have to be... It can only teleport you upwards of 8 blocks away. So you need to have an item, whether it be an entity or a block that you can look at within 8 blocks of your current location to get the teleportation effect. Consequences. Time punishes you for messing with it. After using your time control ability, time catches up to you. Negative 60% movement speed, nausea and slow falling. Base stats other than nausea last 7 seconds. So, basically, when you do use your time control ability, you'll get the consequences of those actions afterwards of, well, now, look at how fast you are. How fast you are, and then you get... Where's it coming off? When is it warning off? There it is. You get slow falling because you're slowing down. You're slowed down a lot as well, and then you also have the nausea effect, which is not fun, to say the least. Old age. Since you spend so much time traveling through time itself, you are older and more fragile. You have 8 hearts of health and are 2 times more hungry than usual. You also move 15% slower. God, all this talking, my throat's almost gone. Good thing we're almost at the end of this one. So by default, you have 50% less movement speed. there's a punishment because you've been timed for a while. You've also got 8 hearts, and your hunger will decrease at a faster rate. If you look at the app, because I've got Apple Skin installed, you can see the effects of this twice exhaustion level. Like you can see the passive decretion, like how fast the dotted bar goes up in comparison to what you would have been seen over various other origins over the past ages. But yeah, your hunger decreases very quickly with this origin. Insomniac. Due to you being used to skipping ahead in time to avoid night, you cannot sleep. You may right-click a clock on a bed to set your spawn, though. This origin is the version of Doctor Strange, but this origin is basically Doctor Strange, but he's 90 years old. I swear, it's like I'm dyslexic or something, but I don't think I am. So let's get ourselves a bed. By default, you can't set a spawn without a clock. So you can't sleep whatsoever. But if you get a clock and right-click it, then you can set your spawn. Little bit of a little tweak. You can still change your spawns with a bed. It just requires you to have built a clock beforehand. Which is the most interesting question about this origin. You don't get given a clock by default. You have to make one. Which is funky. Vegetarian, over time you've bonded with nature and cannot bring yourself to eat any form of meat. This is self-explanatory. Your food source must be non-meat substances. I mean, you got golden carrots. I mean, if you're not using golden carrots as your main food source, what are you doing? Obviously not far enough in the game yet. Or various other problems. I don't know. But, you know, as you can see here, pretty much everything's inedible. I mean, we're expected cake to be edible at this point. It's not even meat, so... Cooked potatoes. Fair beans. Time residue. You emit particles. Android particles. So, if you look at yourself... I'm assuming this will probably be... more. So you will admit some particles that are meant to be similar to the ones that you see on an N-Rod, which does mean you might not get many particles for a while or things along those lines. I should not let that cycle through the nausea there. I should just switch screens because that'll save you guys the pain. Anyway, that has been the Paradox origin. What are your thoughts on it? Let me know in the comments down below. Yeah, that's it. That's all the origins I had. We skipped one, and we also are not going to really consider using one in an actual video because, if I'm completely honest, that was kind of a nothing burger. Pretty neat just to look at, but beyond that, not much more to it. So, yeah, that is the stream. So, thank you guys for coming along. I know that there's not many of them coming along, many of you guys coming along nowadays, which is fine. It's to be expected. But hey, at least you get to see all the bits and bobs that happen in the streams and happen when I'm organizing, understanding these origins, because a majority of that stuff gets cut out. As you might have seen with the Symbiote origin video, if you watched it in the stream, you'd notice a lot of things, a lot of shenanigans were cut out of that video. So yeah. But thank you guys for coming along. I really enjoy doing the streams. I do want to do other types of streams in the future, but I don't know where that's going to be because they're its own thing. And right now I'm kind of using the streams to make content. So in between the next 2 videos, so there'll be a video out within 3 days, I think. Yeah, because there'll be a video every 4 days, and in between each video I'll try to do a stream. We'll do the Aspect Origins stuff. But yeah. Until then, bye-bye!